Hello, darling. It's Friday. Yes, it is. It's Friday, the last day of Grungy Christmas. But don't worry, I can't help myself. I'll probably make something else. But next week we start our grungy winter, so I'm really excited about that. But I couldn't leave this week without just a really pretty blue with bells. Isn't that pretty with the gold bells and the little snowflakes? So pretty. So this is our backing paper of our little project. But first, before I get into it, I want to say welcome to my channel. I am Jennifer from the patio. And if you're new here, I just want to thank you for coming and hanging out. And if you are a returning friend, I'm going to call you my friends. But if you're a returning friend, I want to say thank you for returning and just coming and having fun with me and just hanging out with me, because I am really enjoying this. And don't think for 1 minute when I put freebies out there that you don't, if you can't buy me a coffee or you can't don't worry about it. I love putting freebies out. And but if you want to buy me a coffee, believe me, that button is still there. So, anywho, this is the backing paper as well as this. This is, I love that. I'm going to show you the texture on this. Look at this. Look at the texture. And then the bright. And the reason I have it upside down is because guess what I made for you? Yes, I did. I did a waterfall. Yes, I did. So this is our backing. These are, I have 7 of these. So there's, no, I think I have 6. No, I have 7. 1, 2. So I have nice, frosty. I have Christmas, bliss, give, cozy. So, but when you turn them up, this paper will be this way. So be sure when you print it that you do the very same thing. You want to print it upside down from there. So when you flip the card up, this is right side up, okay? And so anyway, I have that. And then we have this last one, which is just a really pretty, just a little Christmas scene. Isn't that pretty with the poinsettias? And then I have all the cards. And yours is going to be all outlined in black. I printed this beforehand, but I'm not going to waste it, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. But yours is all in black outline, just so you know, and it really stands out with the black. And then we have just some cards that go inside of them, and they're all colorful, cozy, and then give with a little pop of the snow, bliss, and then frosty. So cute. So just like before, let me go ahead and take some time to cut these out, ink them up, and I will be back. Hello, darling. It's me, Jennifer. So guess what? I've inked everything. I've cut it out. I mean, yes, it's been several days since I did that first little intro. So I just want to say, hey, this is day 5 of our week-long Grungy Christmas. And so I was wondering if you could do me a favor. If you could subscribe to my channel, if you like what you've seen this week, or if you've enjoyed the freebies, that's not why I did it. But if you did enjoy it, could I ask you to subscribe and also maybe give me a thumbs up and leave a comment and just, even if it's just one word describing what you think of my channel or all of the Christmas freebies this week, just something to kind of boost the algorithm of YouTube. I know you hear that every time with all kinds of different content creators, but listen, the struggle is real. I mean, sometimes you do good and then it's like all of a sudden it just goes. So anyway, if I could ask you to do that first, I would greatly appreciate it. So today's fun little freebie is a waterfall. I absolutely adore waterfalls. And so today's is no different. So this is the background. And by the way, I think this one is the largest kit. It has 15 pages. There are 5 or 6 pages with ephemera. And then the rest of them are all of these in just a large full spread. So girl, you or guy, I don't, whoever's watching, but you can go and make all kinds of fun journals, with all of this, because I gave you every one of these in the larger size. So you'll get cozy, you'll get Christmas as a full background. This one is gorgeous as a full background. Give, bliss, nice. Now I will tell you there's 3 of these, and I think it's these 2 and cozy. They are not full pages because when I created them, they're in a smaller size. And so, but they're still going to be big. They don't fill the whole page, but they're big enough that you could make even a booklet or a matchbook or something like that out of. But anyway, oh, that's a good idea. But anyway, just so you know, there's lots of goodies in there. And then every flip up, so as we're going to make the waterfall, they'll flip up like this. We're going to put in a pocket, and then we have a tag that goes it's just an ATC card that you put inside of it. And I did not, and I think on my intro I put that I backed them. Well, I had to reprint it because I just had to reprint it. And when you're creating kits, you just have to end up doing that. You print a lot. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to print it one more time and have the back and it's just a waste of ink because I have like 4 copies of this. And so anyway, that's my issue, not yours, but you print. But just remember, when you do print on these cards, turn your paper upside down. Okay, so that when whatever you print comes out, it's going to be the opposite direction. So when you flip this up, this back side is actually going to face in the right proper direction. Okay, let's get to getting, the sun's doing the same thing. It is coming in and out, and I don't like that. And I done tried to tell it to stop doing it, but it didn't listen. It did not listen to me. So I am having a little struggle bunny here. Just making sure that everything I can see. We need to see, right? Okay, so listen, I'm just continuing to, from yesterday's, I'm filming the same day. Can't you see? Shirt, blah, blah, blah. And, but anyway, I was telling you yesterday about, some books I'm reading. And I want to know, like, if you're a reader, what do you read? Do you read mysteries? Do you like, what kind of genre do you read? Do you like the classics? And if you do, what's your favorite? My sister and I were talking yesterday, the other day actually, about Daphne du Maurier. She wrote Rebecca. And I remember going on a long trip, and I can't remember where we were going, but the girls were littler. Well, they're in their 30s now, but they were little, and I just remember, I say, high school age-ish, junior high. And my youngest daughter, she's an avid reader like me. And actually, my oldest daughter, she's reading more now than she ever has. But anyway, we listened to that. I got the audio book from the library, and it's such a good book, which we all know. I mean, if you're a reader or you have watched the movies, that's such a good book. But anyway, Daphne du Maurier has a lot of other ones that sound really good. So have you read any of her books? I am curious to know, because I'm thinking I might. My library just doesn't have a lot of the classics. I'm going to be honest. And so I guess I'm going to have to go to the half-price bookstore and see what I can find. Okay, this is not going to take us long to put together. So all I did was just score all of the gussets and, and I noticed too, we are going to see these. Now, I don't know about you. You can do them to where they are down. So when you flip them up, you see them. Or, that's why I put the color on the front. You can glue them down so that you see the very first one. And then when you flip it up, you'll see the next one. Okay? And I think that's how I'm going to do it. So because of that, I can see that I didn't cut all of the white off of all of them. So I may have to make a few adjustments. But that's okay. We just have to do that sometimes. And do I want to ink them? I really don't. I don't know. Do I? Do I want them to be? Yeah, I guess so. And I just hate that because I already... It won't take me but a second. I mean, and plus it'll probably take care of that white. I'm not going to do them dark. I'm just going to do them with whatever's on this, on my little sponge. My sponge. But anyway, I just, you know, I'm so excited about just wintertime. I read. I like to read more so than I like to watch TV. And I really just don't watch TV that much. But, which is, you know, no negative connotation to those that do. I mean, we all have to do our thing. I like to read. I don't know why. Holding a book. I always have. When I was a little girl, we had an oak tree in the front yard. Big, big oak tree. And, of course, there's 9 of us, you know, and you know that I've said that. And I'm looking at these and wondering if I ink them. Anyway, there's 9 of us in my family, and so, you know, to try to get some solitude or some time by yourself or whatever was difficult because there was always, you know, when we were little anyway, there was always someone around, which was good to a certain extent. But I am an extroverted introvert. I know that's crazy, but I am. I love people, but they drain me. So I have to go off and by myself and kind of, you know, rejuvenate and you know, kind of get myself back together after I've been with people for a while. And anyway, they just, you know, people, and it's so weird because the profession that I have had, it's always been a people thing. And I am an extrovert. I do love people. And I work well with people, but I prefer not to always be around them. I know that's silly, but anyway. So when I was a little girl, I would, you know, want to read or whatever. And it was just kind of always kind of crazy inside the house sometimes. You know, you just have so many people and, you know, TV going or people cooking in the kitchen and different stuff. So anyway, I would take my books. I mean, I remember being just a little girl, and I loved to read Nancy Drew. I mean, we all did, didn't we? Trixie Bell, Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys, all of those kinds of things. I still remember when I was in elementary school, I remember the wall in the library that had all the mysteries on it. And I remember going when we had library time, and I would go and sit on the floor and read the books in that section, in that area. And anyway, so at home, I would always be looking for, you know, someplace to go. And so anyway, our oak tree in the front yard had a beautiful, just long limbs that would, you know, they were huge. But they would give you just like a nice little nook to rest in. And so I'd take a blanket. I would take my book. I'd take snacks or whatever. And I would nestle in, bring it all in there, crawl up in the tree. And it was pretty tall. And just make a little nest for myself. And then I would just read for hours. And my mom, if she couldn't find me, she always knew, come outside. And then she'd come over by the tree and she'd go, you up there? And I'd go, yes, ma'am. And she'd say, okay, well, dinner or whatever. You know, you need to come in for whatever reason. But anyway, so I have just loved to read. Love, love, love to read. And so anyway, I was just like, I'm going to start reading some different classics that I haven't read. There's so many, you know, and so anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So if you're a reader, let me know what you read. I love to know what other people are reading. Okay, I apologize again with the light, but it is what it is, and I'm sure it's fine on your end. It just seems like for me that it's kind of always fading in and out, but I know for you, when I watch the videos back, they always seem to be fine. Okay, so let me decide which one I want to put on top. So I did Bliss, Give. I love that one. I did Christmas, and I was thinking about, I really love Cozy, and I also love Nice. So I think I'm going to put Nice on the front. And I did some of these, so like if you're not a Christmas person, and I totally get it. That's why I'm doing a grungy winter next week. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, and hey, that is a-okay. But so I don't think that, but some of these you can use, you know, like Cozy and Frosty and Bliss and this one. They're all just associated with winter. They have, you know, and they don't have a whole lot of anything except for the gears in different colors. So I did that purposefully just so that if you wanted to use them in a different one, even Give. I mean, you know, what's wrong with giving? That doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. We should be givers every day, right? And so anyway, honestly, the only one, and even just being nice, maybe it should have said kind, but I was thinking naughty and nice. But anyway, so I'm going to do the Nice on the top. So we're going to start with that. So I'm going to kind of get them in the order that I want. So let me see. If I do that one, then I think I'm going to do Bliss. And not that it matters, but I'm just having fun. And then Frosty. And then Christmas, and then Give, and then this one, and then Cozy can be my last. Actually, I kind of think I'll put Christmas at the end. Put Christmas there, put Cozy up here. I just love the Frosty. I just love the way I did it with a little frost on the top. Anyway, I like it. So, that's that. So all we're going to do is we're going to fold them the opposite direction, right? So I went and scored them all, and then I'm just trying to get that to, you know, make sure that it's going to fold right and nice and neat. And I'm going to, you know, kind of get that down. And then the first one is the tricky one. So I'm going to turn it around towards me, and these are just like a centimeter bigger than the card. And the reason is so that you don't see this. So I am going to line that up the best that I can. I'm actually going to kind of knock it down, and then is it right? I don't know. It just looks like it. Okay. I think I'm just going to do it like that. Okay. Oh, okay. And then I'm going to flip it back this direction because I don't want to move that. I really want it to kind of, I'm trying to get these to be even more so than I am the top. Because it looks like it's, I think that's good. Okay, so let me get my Lineco out. And then we're just going to put some glue on here. It's really not that hard. I mean, am I making it sound like, oh my gosh, it's so hard? It's not. It's not. But precision is the key. And see, look, I've already not done the precision thing. So let me look this way instead. I'm just trying to get it down so that because you know when you cut these things out, you don't always get them, you know, straight. Especially when you use these. I'm telling you, let me rant for a minute, seriously, because I was having some issues. If this is slightly off, which mine is, this right here when they glued however they made it, this is off just a hair right here. So when I put my paper on it, I mean by like a centimeter or two, and it drives me nuts when I'm trying to get precision. It does. It drives me nuts. I'm sorry. But have you ever been driven nuts? Well, thank goodness you got somebody that'll drive you there, because it's better than you driving yourself nuts. Okay, so anyway, so now all we're going to do is we're just going to butt this next one up against the other one, right? So it's just going to go just like this. And you want to pull it down just a hair. I want it to be butted up, but not that butted up. And then we're just going to go down like this. But I'm just looking to make sure that, you know, this will fold down nicely without. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's that one. So I'm going to fold it on the crease. I didn't actually fold all these. I didn't fold them, so let me do that first. Okay, let's do that way first, and then we'll do this. And guess what? We're going to do them all. Let's do them all. And listen, I'm just going to tell you, Bubba's favorite time of the day is to welcome the mailman with a big old rah, rah, rah. So he is, and he can hear him all the way down the street. So he's antsy, so it makes me think the mailman's coming. Is the mailman coming, Bubba? Is he? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. I mean, bless her heart. You know, it's like if that's what they look forward to, then I just have to let them do it. I mean, he looks forward to that. When we go on a RIDE, I can't say it out loud because he'll think we're going. And when his daddy gets home. When his daddy gets home, he is wagging that tail at the front door. I told you the story, didn't I? Whenever we were watching, and whenever I had our other dog, Missy, before she passed away of old age, they would sit at the front door and just like wag their tails. And so when my husband would come home from work, I'd sit up there and wag my tail too. And just he'd just look at me like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, well, what? Everybody gets to wag their tail. Why? I'm shaking my tail feathers too. Anywho, that's just fun stuff right there. Okay, so now we have them all folded and ready to go. I'm going to line this back up the best I can. It's just so I can get a little bit of a grid. Okay, so this one is going to be like this. So let me just put some glue on this bait. Well, I was going to do it the opposite. So I want it to go like that. Okay, so let me put the glue on. I'm making it more complicated. It's just that I'm anal, and so sometimes I'm anal and then sometimes I'm not. So let me just not be anal today, okay? How about that? Let me just do it without thinking too much about it. But I'm trying to make sure I don't butt that up too much. Okay, looks good to me. Look, I'm trying not to be anal about it. All right, all right. Okay, there's that one, and then the next one. We said Christmas is. Let me flip those back over. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna just glue them. We're just going to glue them down. Otherwise, we'll be here all darn day. We don't need to be here all day. I know I was, you know, kind of sad that this is over. I just love making these things. But I have got my members. Shout out to all my tier members. I so appreciate you. I do. But I am working on a kit right now for them. And so I need to get moving on that. And so, you know, and if you want to become a tier member, there's 4 different tiers. And, you know, you get freebies, exclusive freebies that nobody else gets. The highest level gets a digital, big digital kit. And shout out to Miss Lori. And she is my Firefly Lane member. And she's just absolutely adorable and sweet, and she's very complimentary, and I love that. She really inspires me. So anyway, but if you're interested, you just can go to my Ko-fi shop and you can look and see if there is a tier that you would like to become a part of. It just, you know, some of them are just real minimal, and, you know, but it's fun. And, you know, we're going to be doing some different things come the first of the year. I have some things planned for the members. So anyway, you know, and also please go to my Ko-fi shop, and, you know, I have some journals that are on sale right now. Some gratitude journals, and you could buy one for Christmas. They're all 20% off, so when you see the price, just take 20% off of that. And let's see what else. I have several kits. I don't have as many as I have made. I have a lot made. It's just putting them out there. And, you know, but come the first of the year, I'll probably be doing a lot more of that. So I would love for you to be a part of that. And don't you love a waterfall? I mean, they're just so pretty. They really are. Okay, and then the last one is our Christmas. And then we'll put our little pockets on, and then we'll put our little tabs in them. Or our little ATC cards. And you just want to make sure this one lines up at the bottom. And they look good, and you have just a little lip right there. Yeah, they all lined up very well. Nicely done. Thank you, Jennifer. Pat on the back, because waterfalls are not always easy to do. Okay, so that is our waterfall. And when you put it in your journal, you can do whatever you want. You can put it on one side and then have a tab. You have so many papers to do so many amazing things. So, you do you. You go and figure it out and make some little journaling cards and some extra goodies to put in. And if you want to show me what you've made, I'd love for you to be a part of my Facebook group. I will tell you, I can only do so many social medias, and I love doing this, but you know, just so you know, I'm not on there all the time. It's really for you guys to just show what you're doing and get some inspiration from each other, because I just think it's amazing, you know, what you guys are doing. And I'll be honest, when you show me what you're working on, it inspires me to make new things. Oh, see, there he goes. Bubba, who is it? There's nobody there. Who is it, Bubba? There's nobody there. He's like, I think I hear something. I think it's the neighbor, honey. But anyway, you guys inspire me to make new things and to create new stuff. And so anyway, I love it. So, you know, I've had a lot of people come and take a look at my YouTube. But they're not joining, and that's okay. I mean, you know, you don't have to. But it is a fun little place to just see what people are making. And most of them are making things with my particular papers. You can certainly post things if you want, of just things that you're making. But, you know, it's fun to see what people are, you know, what people are doing. So, anyway, that is, you can go to Jennifer from the Patio, and I have a, what do you call it? A pin at the top of that one that you click on in order to see my group. I really just have a Facebook page, and then I have a group, but you get to it from my page, if that makes sense. And the group is where people post what they're working on. Just want to make sure that that's... So anyway, you know, I'm just telling you what all I have. And, you know, I have digitals. I have some coffee dyed papers on my Ko-fi shop. You know, I just started in February of this last year, February, March. And so I have lots of ideas and things coming. So I appreciate you subscribing and just, you know, just being on the journey with me, because I've got lots of things to share and to do. So anyway, I think it's going to be a fun 2026. I do. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you are too, you know. And, you know, just seeing what we're going to be doing and hanging out together. Hanging out and sharing. And honest, let me know, do you enjoy the Scraps and Thoughts Thursday? I mean, I feel like I'm getting some good feedback, so just by the views. But if you want to drop me a comment and tell me what you think, that would be good too. Because I appreciate it. Even if you tell me like, hey, you did this, or, you know, this didn't come out right or whatever, I am A-okay with all of that. So I just appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. I do. So anyway, I am having fun, and I think that's the most important thing. Okay, so this last one, we're just going to put, when you lift it up, you'll see a card there, or a little pocket. Okay, so this will be our last one, and we could either put it down here like this, or we could put it here, but I'm going to just be consistent. I'll be consistent. I'm fixing to be consistent and go exercise is what I'm going to do. I am trying to be consistent with that. Oh, consistent with my shakes in the morning. And consistent with this journey that I'm on with you guys. Okay. All is well on the waterfall. So we have that and that and that. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Let me just kind of do that a little bit. And then you get to decide which cards you want to put where. How fun is that? Okay, we have that one and that one. And this one I gave you as a big full page. It says give. And I think I gave you Frosty too. Love these when they're big, you know, in a full size. Oh my gosh, they're just beautiful. So I'm going to put that one first because I love that. And then let's see. Let's put something bluish. So we'll put him there. And then we don't want cozy on cozy. Cozy on cozy. We'll put bliss there. And the little Christmas tree there. I just love the grungy look, you know. It's something different, and I love different. I love to do things that are different and that nobody else has done. It's just fun. It is. It's just fun. So we'll put Frosty with the Christmas, and then this very last one we'll put cozy in. Guess what? That is our project. How fun is that? Little hidden writing spaces. You know, your cards are not going to come out because of the way the pocket is shaped. It kind of holds them in. And then you just glue it in your book however you want to. You can glue it on the sides and the bottom and have a large tag on the top. You could do it on the top, the side, and the bottom and have a tag to the right or the opposite tag to the left. I mean, and honestly, you could do it to the top and the bottom and then have a tag that slips in from below. You know what? The possibilities are endless. So this is our last day of our Grungy Christmas week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. I hope that this, you know, feels a journal for you, and it gives you inspiration to go and make something beautiful. So you guys have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you Monday as we work back in our tall, skinny journal, okay? Until then, have a great weekend. But remember, you only know what you know till you know something different. Think about that. You only know what you know until you know something different. There you go. Bye-bye.